Welcome to the overview video for UFC Fight Night Marvin Vettori vs Dolidze 2. In this video we will go over all the fights on this card and find out which fighters are picked the most by the UFC Prediction Channels on YouTube, are picked the most by the Tapology Community, and what the average odds are for each fighter. We start with a fight in the women's flyweight division between Yuneisy Duben and Carli Judice. And Carli is the big favorite with minus 370 in average odds and Duben the underdog with plus 290. Despite being the big underdog, Duben is picked 82% by the Tapology Community. But sometimes with Tapology picks it's more about the looks than the skills. And I suspect that's the case here. And most of them think Duben will win via KO, TKO or a decision. In picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels, Carli is a tiny favorite with 36 out of 70 for 51.4% and 34 channels have picked Yuneisy Duben to win, making this the closest fight in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels on this card. The best predictors over the last 9 months are more in line with the odds makers. 6 out of 9 predict that Carli Judice will win and 3 of them pick Duben to win. The best predictors over the last 9 months are highlighted in green. The ones in dark green had a return on investment over 9% and light green under 9%. The best favorite predictors over the last 9 months picked the favorite fighter Carli Judice 5 out of 8 times. And the best underdog predictors picked the underdog Duben 4 out of 9 times. For more information about the best predictors, the best favorite and underdog predictors, check out the 9 months results video. Link is in the description or at the end of this video. The next fight is in the women's bantamweight division between Josiane Nunes and Priscila Cachoeira. With minus 185 in average odds, Nunes is the favorite and with plus 150, Priscila the underdog. Although Nunes is not such a big favorite in average odds, she is a big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 86%. And most of them think she will win this fight via decision. She is also the big favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 57 out of 71 pick her to win for over 80%. And 14 channels have picked Priscila to win. Nunes is even a bigger favorite in picks by the best predictors with 9 out of 10 for 90%. And we see the same with the best favorite predictors with 7 out of 8. And 2 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors predict that the underdog will win. The next one is in the flyweight division between André Lima and Barez. Felipe Lima is the big favorite here with minus 370 and Barez the underdog with plus 290. And Lima is also a huge favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 93%. Most of them think this fight will end in a decision. And he's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 68 out of 70 picking him to win for 97%. And only 2 channels, Baby Sharp MMA and Sean from the Running Mouth MMA show, are picking Barez to win. The best predictors, the best favorite and underdog predictors, all of them pick André Lima to win. The next fight is in the bantamweight division between Josias Musasa vs Carlos Vera. And Josias Musasa is the biggest favorite in average odds on this card with minus 830. And with plus 550 Carlos Vera the big underdog. Musasa is also a huge favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 93% and most of them think he will win via KO TKO. We see the same in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 65 out of 69 pick him to win for 94% and only 4 channels have picked Carlos Vera to win. All of the best predictors and all of the best favorite predictors pick Musasa to win. And only 1 out of 8 of the best underdog predictors have picked Carlos Vera to win this fight. So this is looking to be a rough night for him. Then we go to the light heavyweight division for a fight between Diyar Nurgozhay and Brendson Ribeiro. Diyar is the big favorite with minus 375 and Ribeiro the underdog with plus 285. Diyar is also the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 92% and almost all of them are predicting he will win this fight via KO TKO. Diyar is the biggest favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels on this card, because all 70 out of 70 channels pick him to win for 100%, which means of course that all of the best predictors pick him to win as well. If you enjoy the content and find it helpful or informative, then don't forget to like this video or subscribe. Thank you so much. The next fight is in the women's strawweight division between Sam Hughes and Stephanie Luciano. With minus 240 in average odds, Luciano is the favorite, and with plus 190, Sam the underdog. 73% of the Tapology community pick Luciano to win, and almost everyone thinks this fight will go to the decision. We see the same results in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 53 out of 72 pick Luciano to win for 73.6%. And only 19 channels have picked Sam to win this fight. Also, the best predictors over the last 9 months think Luciano should win, with 8 out of 10 predicting her to win. But when we look at the picks of the best favorite predictors, she's not such a big favorite anymore, with 5 out of 8 predicting her to win for 62.5%. And 3 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors are picking Sam Hughes, the underdog, to win. Up next, we have a fight between Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Ryan Spann in the heavyweight division. With minus 180 in average odds, Waldo is the favorite, and the underdog is Ryan Spann with plus 145. The Tapology community agree with the odds makers, and Waldo is the favorite with 58% of the picks and 42% for Ryan, making this the closest fight in picks by the Tapology community on this card. Most are predicting that if Waldo wins, he wins via decision, and if Spann wins, he wins via KO TKO. Waldo is a slightly bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels, with 46 out of 72 picking him to win for 64%, and 26 channels are predicting Ryan Spann wins. But when we look at the best predictors, Waldo becomes a big favorite with 8 out of 10. And he's even a bigger favorite in picks by the best favorite predictors with 7 out of 8. 2 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors are picking Ryan Spann, the underdog, to win. The next fight is in the bantamweight division between Su Yung and AJ Cunningham. Su Yung is a huge favorite with minus 650 in average odds, and the underdog Cunningham with plus 465. 88% of the Tapology community are picking Yu to win, and they predict he will win via decision. 60 out of 70 of the UFC prediction channels are picking Young Yu to win for 85.7%, and 10 channels have picked AJ Cunningham to win. All of the best predictors over the last 9 months have picked Yu to win. When we look at the best predictors on favorite fighters only, they pick him 6 out of 8 times for 75%. And 0 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors have faith in the underdog AJ Cunningham. The next fight is between Damon Blackshear and Cody Gibson in the bantamweight division. And Damon Blackshear is the huge favorite with minus 475, and Cody Gibson the underdog with plus 355. Damon Blackshear is the big favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels with 90%, and most of them predict he will win via decision or a submission. He's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels with 66 out of 70 predicting he will win for 94%. And only 4 channels have picked Cody Gibson to win. All of the best predictors pick Damon Blackshear to win, and 7 out of 8 of the best favorite predictors pick the favorite Damon Blackshear. And none of the best underdog predictors are picking the underdog Cody Gibson. Want the latest up-to-date picks and odds for all fights on this weekend's card while supporting the channel? Consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a Buy Me a Coffee member for exclusive updates. After this video, I keep tracking the latest picks and odds, updating them every Friday and Saturday with newly added picks from all UFC prediction channels, the best predictors and the most profitable favorites and underdog predictors. Updated odds. See how the betting lines move daily. Tapology stats. Find out if the MMA community is changing their picks. Support the channel and stay up to date. I'd really appreciate it. Links are in the description. Then we go to the lightweight division for a fight between Alexander Hernandez and Kurt Holobaugh. With minus 205 in average odds, Hernandez is the favorite and the underdog is Kurt with plus 165. Hernandez is the favorite in picks by the Tapology community with 71% and 29% for Holobaugh. Most of them predict this fight will go to a decision. In picks by the YouTube prediction channels, it's a very close one, and Kurt is the favorite, with 37 out of 69 channels picking him to win for 53.6%, and 32 channels are picking Hernandez to win. Kurt is also the slight favorite in picks by the best predictors with 5 out of 9. And only 3 out of 8 of the best favorite predictors are picking the favorite in odds, Alexander Hernandez. And the best underdog predictors are picking the underdog Kurt Holobaugh 6 out of 9. The next one is in the featherweight division between Kevin Vallejos and Sung Woo Choi. With minus 590 in average odds, Kevin is a huge favorite, and with plus 415, Choi the big underdog. 94% of the Tapology community are predicting Kevin will win this fight via KO or TKO, making him the biggest favorite in picks by the Tapology community on this card. He's also a huge favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels, with 69 out of 70 picking him to win for almost 99%. And only one channel, Fresh Start MMA, has picked Choi to win. And all of the best predictors, the best favorite and underdog predictors, are picking Kevin to win. The co-main event of this card is in the welterweight division between Zaleski and Chidi Nurgozhay. Zaleski is the favorite with minus 195 and with plus 160, Chidi the underdog. 80% of the Tapology community predict Zaleski to win and 20% are picking Chidi. And most are predicting this fight will go to a decision or a KO TKO. 51 out of 71 channels are picking Zaleski to win for almost 72%. And 20 channels have picked Chidi to win. But when we look at the best predictors over the last 9 months, Zaleski is less of a favorite with 6 out of 10 for 60%. And 4 of them predict Chidi to win. 6 out of 8 of the best favorite predictors are predicting that the favorite fighter, Zaleski, wins. And 3 out of 10 of the best underdog predictors are picking Chidi the underdog. The main event of the evening is in the middleweight division between Marvin Vettori and Roman Dolidze, facing each other for the second time. And Marvin Vettori is the slight favorite with minus 155 and with plus 140, Roman Dolidze the underdog. 64% of the Tapology community, or almost 2/3, are picking Marvin Vettori to win, and 36% pick Roman Dolidze. And almost all of them predict this fight will go to a decision. We see the same result with picks from the YouTube Prediction Channels. 44 out of 71 channels are picking Marvin Vettori to win for 62%, and 27 channels have picked Roman Dolidze. In picks by the best predictors over the last 9 months, it's even, 5 out of 10 for each fighter. The best favorite predictors are picking the favorite Marvin Vettori 5 out of 8 times, but the best underdog predictors are picking the underdog Roman Dolidze 6 out of 10 times, making this a very weird one. There are still a few more picks to come from the best favorite and underdog predictors, so things might change. But for now, it's more a question, who do you believe, the best favorite predictors or the best underdog predictors? What might be some of the best betting opportunities on this card? The first one is Josiane Nunes. She's not such a big favorite in average odds with minus 185, but she is a big favorite in picks by the best predictors with 9 out of 10 and by the best favorite predictors with 7 out of 8. Another potential good betting opportunity on a favorite fighter is Waldo Cortes-Acosta. With minus 180 in average odds, he's also not a big favorite, but he is a pretty big favorite in picks by the best predictors with 8 out of 10 and 7 out of 8 from the best favorite predictors. And the last potential good betting opportunity is for the underdog Kurt Holloway. With plus 165 he's the underdog, but he's the favorite in picks by the best predictors with 5 out of 9, and he's also the favorite in picks by the best underdog predictors with 6 out of 9. So, what do you think? Are these some good betting opportunities? Or you have a few other ones? Let us know in the comments. That was it for the overview video for UFC Fight Night Marvin Vettori vs Roman Dolidze 2. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. And of course, if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel and get some extra benefits, then don't forget to check out my Patreon channel or Buy Me a Coffee page. Thank you so much for watching, have a great rest of the week and enjoy the fights this weekend. And I'll see you back in the results video this Sunday.